Caregivers. Who are they? What do caregivers do? What are the essential dimensions of being a caregiver? Given that seniors have changing medical, social, and psychological needs, how can one meet essential caregiving requirements? Does caregiving come with satisfying rewards as well as significant frustrations and annoyances? Can being a caregiver result in resentment, anger, and broken relationships? Why is respite care important? Hello, my name is Attorney Ramsey Bahrawy, and welcome to Your Money, Your Life. Today, my guest is Christopher MacLellan, a certified senior advisor. Mr. MacLellan is the host of Be a Healthy Caregiver on Blog Talk Radio, manages a caregiver's blog on purplejacket.com, and is himself a caregiver. Chris, welcome to Your Money, Your Life. It's great to have you on the program.
Thank you so much, Ramsey. It's great to be able to talk with you and to talk about what I'm passionate about, caregivers and caregiving.
We're very familiar with the term respite care and the availability of that care. Could you explain how respite is important to the caregiver?
Respite is one of the most important components in the caregiving role. It's almost like respite. Here's the analogy. It's like having a mini vacation. And when you think about it, the caregivers need respite, but so does the caree. We're so intensely involved in each other's lives that sometimes we forget that we are individuals. And having the time to be away, whether it's 3 or 4 hours for your caree in an adult daycare center, or if you've got the opportunity to spend the night out and have somebody come in for the evening, to have that opportunity to take a break from that caregiving role, it allows both participants to kind of recharge the energies.
Makes perfect sense. Now, I've noticed that you use the phrase healthy caregiver.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, that's part of the name of your radio show.
Right.
What do you mean when you use the phrase healthy caregiver?
I mean, it's all encompassing. In order to be a healthy caregiver, caregivers have to learn to take care of themselves first. And in a sense, you have to be selfish, because we lose ourselves in caregiving. And when you put it into that perspective, if we lose ourselves in caregiving, who is going to take care of the person that we're caring for?
Excuse me, what do you mean by lose yourself?
Well, like your own individuality.
I see.
Your hobbies. It's just, there's a multitude examples of what caregivers go through on a regular basis. And then when they sit at the end of the day and they think about, well, what did I do for myself today? And they go through the list, and all of a sudden they realize, I really didn't do anything for myself today. And you multiply that by the days and the weeks and then the months, and how many days, months do you go by without, and I like to say this for myself, setting an intention for yourself each day so that you know that you're taking care of yourself in a way that you can be present to the person that you're caring for.
Okay, so I think what I'm hearing you say is you have to take care of both your physical and your mental health when you're a caregiver in order to make sure that you don't get sick, in order to make sure that you remain healthy and you remain balanced. Am I hearing that correctly?
Very much so. There's plenty of studies out there about caregiver stress and how caregivers often, if they're not taking care of themselves, they're the ones that often end up getting sick. There's also a number of studies out there about caregivers who actually die in the caregiving role because they've been so stressed out and did not take the opportunity to find an outlet, to find some personal time for themselves, so that they can take care of themselves. It's a real slippery slope.
I guess it is. I hadn't heard that people actually die because they are caregivers. I mean, that's amazing. That is amazing. Aging touches each one of us, our parents, our children, and of course ourselves. Simply put, the essential dimensions of caregiving typically involve providing unpaid assistance to a person who has trouble functioning independently in one way or another. The caregiver can be a friend, family member, or a partner. The role of a caregiver is to provide peace of mind by providing the greatest level of safety and assistance. Chris MacLellan shared with us that the key to avoiding caregiver burnout is sharing responsibility while recognizing and adhering to limits. In so doing, a caregiver will balance caregiving with other responsibilities. Despite the host of challenges facing a caregiver, caregiving does have its rewards, paramount of which is service. I believe that service may be the most honorable purpose to which we can aspire. With increased longevity, improved medical care, and treatment options, we will all ultimately need to come to grips with the dimensions of aging. So take charge of your future by doing your homework. A good place to start is by listening to Christopher MacLellan's internet radio show, Be a Healthy Caregiver. Also visit his caregiver's blog, thepurplejacket.com. For in the words of Ben Franklin, an investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. In closing, thanks to my guest, Christopher MacLellan, and as always, thank you to you, our viewers, for watching Your Money, Your Life. My name is attorney Ramsey Bahrawy, Building Your Trust.